Welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. I guess she her vibes today. I didn't forget to put my boobs away, so we'll go with that. Here they is fine. I'm pretty chill, not really a woman, but close enough. What else? Let's at least today. What else? Oh yes. I'm working on that. We're doing this. We're doing that. We got very good friend who is kind of muted. Twitch. No. We need. Oh yes. Also, thank you for popping in and saying hi. I'm going to do. Those of you who know my streams know that fairly well that it ends up happening a lot of the time that I don't do a lot of the prep work ahead of time, especially because from Spain, no, Dark Heresy, no, not that one. This is Guy Bertrand, but expect a snow. We need something else because I opened a lot of stuff. Okay. Dark Heresy shenanigans. That's one specific character. We have other characters here. Goon number 1, Liliana Sweet, who is pretty cool. Very tall too, tall and skinny. Like, okay, we're doing a majiggy. What's it? So I'm gonna put her up there. So Dark Heresy. Yes, we should open the rulebook. Also, not Dark Heresy core rules. Okay, so my okay, yeah, it's over that. So we'll have to. Okay, also get rid of this. And bye-bye. Go away. Shoot. Thank you. Now, bop you open a little bit because Dark Heresy is cool. Okay. Now you guys can look at the cool picture of the Inquisitor with the 2 backup people while I do something a little bit that I should have done pre. Okay. And mute it so it doesn't beep. Meeping is something completely different that we are not doing. I can't do over stream. So let's go to going live now. Okay. Come join me. Beautiful. Then we go to where else? If anyone wants to, okay, so bop. We put the bop in the bop, she bop, and we got some fun people on. Okay, so we are ba-boom. Sounds very fun. Okay, cool. We are this one. Yes. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Dark Heresy is a Warhammer 40k role-playing game. So back in the actually 2008. I thought it was the early 2010s, but apparently this one came out in 2008. Warhammer 40k, which had been a tabletop war strategy game where you just took the armies and worked. They built a lot of really cool lore behind it because it is freaking awesome sauce. And after building a bunch of really cool lore, they all decided, everyone kind of really liked the lore and were like, hey, we need something more storytelling oriented. So Fantasy Flight Games teamed up with who makes RPGs, teamed up with Games Workshop, who owns the rights to Warhammer 40k, and they made these games. They made Dark Heresy, they made Only War, they made Death Watch, I think is the Space Marines one, and they made Rogue Trader. And I managed to get my hands on a few of them in PDF form. Getting them in physical form is difficult in this day and age because they stopped printing them. Basically, it is now illegal for Fantasy Flight Games to sell these games that they made because of licensing issues. Apparently it was an amicable split, hypothetically. Warhammer 40k now has a new role-playing game that they've put out that's supposedly pretty cool. I have yet to play, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But this game is a fun time, and you get into all sorts of cool shenanigans. So I have been doing character creation. All the games I've played have been Rogue Trader, which is also very fun. It's the same system. It's just you use higher level characters because Rogue Traders are more badass. But these guys are, just starting out. So They actually have a system of experience points wherein you get a certain number spent to represent your totality of life experience. Inquisitor is you start out with 400, which is about right, and then for I think you start with a couple thousand for a rogue trader character, so it's kind of it balances, which means if you start out playing a Dark Heresy game and then you get high ranking, you can just switch over to play rogue trader instead. But yeah, this is what you got. So we were working on creating Liliana Sweet, who was Voidborn, and we kind of were creating the ship she was on. She was aboard the Imperial Navy Ironclad Peppino, to one of the indentured crewmen toiling the gates below, allegedly fathered by Scott Chip, Master at Arms, who pulled strings together clerical training under the ship's confessor, along with other bastard children. So she's got some skills, toughness, really good toughness. So like she can tank, like nothing throws her off. 3 meters, 6, basic movement speed. And income is 320 thrones per month, or for every 400 experience points. So we got her. So we started giving her some skills and traits, and we bought her bullets. So her stub revolver, which is a 6-shot that takes 2 full actions to reload, and she has 5 throwing knives and a Kila necklace and just some fun stuff. We gave her like all this gear that we kitted her out fully, and also let me show you. If I pop this down, you can see all what I'm talking about when we have this character sheet. So I have not used a fillable character sheet in frickin' years. Basically, I'll just write down everything that's on the character sheet on a separate sheet. That's kind of how I roll. Except for Novarden, because reasons. Although we should do some Novarden stuff. That would be fun for maybe a Friday. I am going to try weaning down the Warhammer 40k to 1 day a week, maybe. Because all the other stuff is really fun too, and I want to have a variety of stuff on stream. But also, Warhammer 40k is my... I fell in love with the lore when I was just out of college traveling the country in 2016, just before this they lost licensing rights, and I didn't even know about these games existed until way later, and I was like, oh, if I'd known about it then, I could have bought all the PDFs and just had copies of everything instead of having to get them piecemeal from friends, and it's just ugh. But there's Dark Heresy, the core rulebook, and Inquisition. Credits. Okay, so let's do... What could we do? We could give her a group mate. We could have a whole suite of people working for the Inquisitor who might do shenanigans or anything, which I think would be kind of fun. So let's do it. Let's go. What I wanted to look up was what the heck was the deal with the skull charm, because let me see. Ooh, there's example. Let's see. Cleric. It was under her gear section. Let me boop this open. So Confessor or an Exorcist. So we got this. Let's see. Characteristic, initiate advances. Priest. Okay, hang on. Novice. There was a list of novice, initiate, preacher. We found a list of gear. Confessor, bishop, zealots. Okay. Hierophant. Okay, this is where you get real. Guardsmen. Ooh, guardsmen are okay, guardsman background, not a bad thing. What we want though is to go back to the top, because there was definitely a list of gear that a cleric got, and I that was basically separate from that I need to find. And that's where we got the charm skull from, and I want to see what that is. So we're gonna learn a little bit. Listen. Okay, so here. Let's go. Okay, so we rolled for her career path. Alright, assassin, guardsman, cleric. Oh, here we go. Starting talents, starting skills, and starting gear. Okay, so charm skull. Okay, so that's yes, good quality clothing. All right, yeah, so that's where we found the starting gear. Hammer, sword. We have a hammer, not a sword, because we are the hammer of the Emperor. And also, she comes from the born to like the lower decks of the ship, so probably might actually use a hammer for, it's more practical for a tool. And aboard a ship, you blunt instruments of. Actually, and then a stub revolver, throwing knives, Aquila necklaces. Oh, yeah, she's got the Aquila being the double-headed eagle. Also, fun fact, the symbol of Abadar, not just the Emperor, in Glorion. Not just the Emperor. So we got, but what I was, doing with this one, guardsman, okay. Let's go to gear. Let's see what's what. They might not actually offer you any. It might just be that she has a little skull and that's left for the player to. Gear. Armory, money, availability, weapons. Okay. About stuff other than weapons. Travel in the Imperium. Game Master, armory. Okay, so we got armor, gear. Alright. Gear. Here we go. Oh, here we go. In addition to the weapons and armor, there are a lot of other equipment the Acolytes can make use of in service to the Emperor. And then they have a whole... okay, and they have a whole list of... Oh, clothing in the Imperium. Alright. It's harder to read. I'm going to have to zoom in a little more to read this properly. Let's do this. Yeah. Here are a few examples of the kind of clothing can be found in the worlds of the Imperium. Rag castings, poor quality clothing. Many folks with the Imperium have no choice but to cover themselves in whatever bits of scavenged material they can. These kind of tattered and outfits are known as rag castings, often give the wearer appearance of being encased in rubbish. Coveralls, common quality clothing, often disposable and made from whatever cheap and plentiful materials are available. Coverall is a standard clothing on countless worlds. In the same way that as a body glove is designed to meet the extreme demands of Imperial agents' jobs, so too is the coverall intended to offer the average Imperial citizen all his needs. Body glove is good quality clothing. Skilled operatives and physical adepts often wear form-fitting body gloves. These range from simple rubberized flesh sheaths to body gloves made of enhanced materials with integrated cooling coils. In all cases, they're designed for comfort and freedom of movement. Billow robes. A sure sign of opulence, I believe. Let me just... the billow robe is fashioned from special lighter-than-air material that seems to float and drift around the wearer as he or she moves. Terribly impractical but impressive to behold, such clothing usually is to those whose only task is to stand around and look pretty. Yeah. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can actually fit the whole page onto the thing. Interesting. But charm. Charm is a keepsake, holy relic, or good luck token that is intended to draw the benevolent eye of the Emperor to the wearer. Take a myriad of forms, including such things as saintly finger bones, fragments of blessed bolter castings, water from holy rivers, even corpse hair woven into significant patterns. Throughout the Imperium, there are no shortage of folks that will sell such items to acolytes, though discerning the true relics from false is almost an impossible task. Thus, the cost of a charm is entirely up to the GM and how well the acolyte can haggle with the seller. Charms have no tangible benefits, however, when the adventure calls for something bad to happen to a random character, at the GM's discretion, a character with a charm will be exempt. If all the characters carry charms, as all Emperor-fearing citizens should, then it's up to the GM to choose which charms are the most potent. Ooh. Chrono, which is a watch. Okay, so we have some sort of the question is what is the when it says skull, does that mean actual skull of somebody? And if so, of who? Whose skull do I have? This is an interesting question. I think that's an important character question of, hi, welcome. Yeah, just an actual skull that she just carries around. Okay, the question is whose skull? Well, that's true. And true, the skull is the symbol of humanity because I think if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device, which granted isn't canon, but actually does offer some interesting insights. It said, the Emperor said that the skull was the symbol of, A, because it looked badass, and B, because it represented when you strip down all, humanity is at the very base all the same. Once you strip down all like the facial features and all the clothes and all the symbol and the status, everyone is just exactly. It's the basic of humanity. So, let's see. Skull. But if it's something personal, then skull should be, especially with starting gear. I think what happened is probably the skull of a fellow trainee. Someone who was training to be a confessor with her and then died in some terrible, probably something like some sort of battle. And, she kept the skull because that's what you do when in the Imperium is keeping the skull as a sign of yeah. So yeah, a friend probably, someone she cared about a lot, maybe even a half sibling, depending on, given the way confessors are trained on this particular ship, probably a half sibling, someone who she was close to and who was also training to be, someone, a servant of the Emperor who died and keep the skull. There's a raven kind of walking around in the yard outside the window, and it's distracting. Okay. I'm going to stop being distracted. This is very difficult. So, yeah, she has a skull of someone she cares about. All right. So we got Liliana's suite, and we learned a little where to find information on what on gear that isn't what's the technical term? Gear that isn't armor or weapons. And then we gave her gear and we gave her XP, gave her a few tweaks with the XP, and I think we should so another one in the same squad probably is let's see, goon number 2 is someone else in the same squad. So we could ooh, I hope not. I hope it's not a servant of Zeech. That would be bad. Probably. I'm hoping it's not a servant of Zeech. But then again, there'd be no way to know, would there? Maybe it's just a raven that's kicking around. Let's see. Yes, okay. And other thing I meant to do, I forgot to do. Sorry. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, this world, I would say that our world is pretty embroiled in various schemes. Although Zeech is not the least chaotic of the chaos gods, I would say. Because it's more about careful planning that just looks like chaos. Let's see. Shock malls. Okay. So, let's go boom, 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 boom. To Majiggy, what's it? The top. Let's see. So we could go roll randomly for Imperial World. We could start with career and then choose the homeworld based on that. We could start with let's see. There's homeworld, then you have the career path. Assassin, guardsman, Imperial Psyker, scum. Scum could be fun. But what we could do is Tech Priest, Imperial Psyker, Guardsman, Cleric. Okay, hang on. Let me go to the top. I know it seems a little silly, but what we could do is choose the career path first. Because if... Ooh! Sorestas. You could make Sorestas? Okay, that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Oh, hi! Oh, Sig, that was you! Hi! Welcome. You guys have this pretty much the same color in the chat. Welcome. Okay. Plan. So we could either start with roll completely randomly again, or we could roll, or we could start with, say, Inquisitor's Handbook. Might have to look and try and get a copy of that, because that sounds cool. Because being able to write up, like, a whole Sorestas would be kind of cool. Although... later. Okay. Plan A is that we're gonna... oh, yes. My whole plan was... let me actually do the thing, so I don't forget. Yes, Dark Heresy. Let me go up. No, not that far up. Down. Okay, introduction. Okay, so career paths. We get Adept, Arbiter, Assassin, Cleric, Guardsman, Imperial Psyker, Scum, and Tech Priest. So we could choose one of them, and then figure out what planets would allow that, and then roll to see which of those planets our character came from. Like, we could say, okay, we need a Psyker, so start with Imperial Psyker, and then roll what homeworld this Imperial Psyker came from. It might be like a D3, because I don't think there's too much option on that. Or we could roll them completely randomly and allow for a non-technically correct, like, and then work out a backstory based on something like that, because I think you could probably tweak that a little bit. Or we could roll completely randomly and see what we get. Or just build another cleric that... Nah. You want to have... any smart Inquisitor would have a wide base of various talents and places. Wouldn't pull too many from the same homeworld, would kind of try to make to make the units kind of diverse. And that way you get different people with different skill sets and different... and they don't have more loyalty to each other than to you. They form a bond with each other, and that strengthens their bond to you rather than secondary bonds. So yeah, or like a secondary bond to a homeworld or something. So technically, yeah, you would want people from all sorts of different places. So that would mean... But the question is, do we choose... do we choose a career path and then and then roll for what kind of homeworld and go from there? Or... Alright, yeah, let's go. We'll start with a tech priest. Alright, I think we can do that. Let's do it. Tech priest. Is tech priest... Well, let's start with... Okay, we're going to start with... Okay, how did we format this? Because we want to keep the same format. XP spent... Okay, so we go... XP spent... 0 out of 400. Then we go... Spent is spelled with an N, not a... Okay, let's do a tech priest. Tech priest, okay. And then we go... Okay, why don't we roll on the... Let's roll for homeworld first. And then what we can do is... let's see, there should be a random table in character creation. Step 1 is homeworld. All right, let's go to see how... Okay, wait. We're going to have to do this a little wonky, but here's how we're doing this. Go down. Oh, no, that's the skill, characteristic skills. Determining career path. Here we go. So, the reason I say this is because it shows you what we can... No. Tech priest is at the very bottom. Of course it is, so I have to wait for the thingy to go away. But what we can do is go... Here we go. Tech priest. Not on a feral world, but Hive World, Imperial World, Voidborn. So that's a 3... So, if we grab our D100, because it seems to be vibe with roll the D100. So what we're gonna do is write up we're gonna guesstimate it? Yeah, let's play it that way. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, 1 through 20 for Hive World. Or 1 through 40 for Hive World. Yeah, 1 through 40 for Hive World. I'm going to write this down on this little extra, which is 1 through 40 for Hive World. 41 through 675 for Imperial. And then we have a 76 through 100. For 41 through 75 is, so third is 34, right? And then 1 through 40. Yeah, so 76 through 100 for Voidborn. And then what we can do is take these two. I'm going to use these are the Cozy Gamer dice that I keep in my dice tray. We can use these. And then what we can do is, I don't know if that actually does anything, is roll them and see what we get. That's our... I should put a little reminder on the screen that once I get to my requisite number of bits, or between the bits and the subs and all of that, I managed to get the first cash out from the channel. My goal is to go buy a USB splitter, and then we can have camera, because I actually have a camera another camera that I could use for a dice cam, and then we could have dice cam and face cam. And then if I get a little more, maybe I could do face cam, like a good face cam and a dice cam. Like, we can have more, once we have enough splitting for the USB splitters, we can, like, you know, add other things. But right now it's either have the second camera or the mic, because I also need the, well, actually, if I had a better computer, well, that's a whole other theory. Yeah, I could do a fish cam. Show the fishies. They're adorable. I could do a fish cam. That could be fun. I'm gonna have to clean their tank, but I have to do that in April. Anyway, I got a filter for it, so I actually only, I'm gonna give it a nice skunk out early April. Okay, here we go. Ready? Because they say to change the filter every month, so when I change the filter, I'm gonna actually scrub the tank out too. It's gonna be good. But they're still adorable. We are doing the thing. That's 81. Okay. Here. Whoa. It wasn't 81. It was, I swear, it was 81. What? Yeah, 81. It's here. Yeah. 81. Yeah. It's hard to get it to show. It wasn't 81. So, 81, which was career path, which we'd said was Voidborn. Okay, maybe they do come from the same ship. We'll think on that. We'll start with Voidborn, and we'll go. And there was a roll table for that, actually. So we'll find that roll table, figure out what kind of ship, and if it is a warship, we could do some interesting things with that. Whew. Whether it's a different ship from the Pepino or not. Okay, hang on. And then we have to roll characteristics, and then we have to roll on the gender sexuality table. There was a... oh, yes, and any notes we have for Voidborn. Okay, hang on. There was... If I remember correctly, was it at the end of roll table? I just sneezed. I'm fine. Calm down. Alright, we'll figure that out in a minute, but first, alright, let's do this. You were not born in one of the Emperor's worlds, but instead on a vast ship in the depths. It's a family trait. You should hear my brother sneeze. His wife insists that she terrifies him with that. You were not born on one of the Emperor's worlds, but instead on a vast ship in the depths of space, perhaps even in the warp itself. Why this set you apart from your fellow man is unknown, but the way you look, act, and think is somehow different. You've been raised in the company of psychers, and what other men fear or loathe is commonplace to you. Born out of the darkness between stars, the Voidborn are an odd collection of misfits, strangers, and ill-omened folk. Perhaps birthed in the belly of a pilgrimage ship. I don't know, it's one of those things. I think it's a British thing. It's because it comes from my dad's side of the family. Do not know, though. One of those things. Let's see. These people are often considered to be somehow touched by the taint of the warp. The Imperial fleet is a vital factor in the maintenance of the Imperium. Without it, human worlds would be isolated from each other and from the protection of the Imperium. Trade could not exist, weapons could not reach the Emperor's armies, and world after world would grind to a halt. Space travel through the Imperium is dangerous and arduous. Most interstellar travel is undertaken using powerful warp engines. Within the warp, a ship can cover many thousands of light years within a relatively short time, dropping back into real space far beyond its starting point. Some parts of the warp, however, act as vortices, sucking the helpless spacecraft to their doom. There's also the constant danger of turbulence, warp storms, and loops. Ships can be sent thousands of light years off course or trapped in stasis forever. In the warp, there is no time and distance, only a constantly flowing stream of the immaterium. On board a ship in the warp, a single month of perceived time may pass, and yet the material realm is anything from 6 months to several years may elapse. Fleets responding to distress calls or supply vessels on long voyages have been known to arrive months or even years too late. Let's see. Imperial Scum Tech Priest. Here we go. Voidborn Tech Priests are those given to the care for the fabric and soul of their ship. Perhaps dedicated from birth or recruited through natural aptitude, these Tech Priests display an eerie connection to their vessel. Very true. In the warp, no one can hear. There is warp. Things happen in the warp. In my Rogue Trader game, I upped the warp tables so that it was much less chance of everything going hunky-dory, and all sorts of crazy stuff happens in their trips to the warp. And I play with that. I play that up and kind of, because it's interesting. Cool stuff happens in the warp. Okay, cool and terrifying, but it makes for good storytelling. Let's see. Hang on. An eerie connection to their vessel. Some specialize in knowing the ways and rights of particular systems, whilst others dedicate themselves to repair. Others still whisper into the captain's ear, their buzzing voices speaking of the desires of the ship itself. Okay. Those who live their lives on spacecraft must become used to the reality-altering process of warp space, of living in low or even zero-gravity environments, and of never knowing the feel of solid ground beneath their feet. Quite often, a ship conducts its business in an endless cycle. Trader mining vessels may never make birth, instead raising generations of families in the cold depths of space. Quite possibly, actually. If it had thumbs. Gravitational pressures, inbreeding, and warp anomalies take their toll. What effects the warp has on these voidborn workers is uncertain, but there is something strange about them for all to see. Their features are drawn in their skin pallid. They may have some minor deformity or oddness about their speech, gait, or general appearance. Some voidborn are raised on huge space stations, asteroid mining bases, battle fleet refit stations, or research platforms. The rest come from a variety of backgrounds: the crew of merchant vessels or warships, miners, prison guards or prisoners, or even the servants of a rogue trader. The largest ships are vast, city-sized constructions, many of which are thousands of years old. The bottom-high servitors and tech adepts scuttle about their business, while menial crew, passengers, and merchants coexist in cramped corridors and tiny quarters. Oh, yeah, that's true. Untouchable. That's an interesting thought. We could roll for untouchableness. I actually, when my Rogue Trader group asked if there was an untouchable on their ship, I kind of rolled for it I kind of said, well, yes, even if they're less than 1% of the population, you have 26,000 people on your ship. Odds are you have one. They actually have two now. But one of whom is the daughter of one of the one of my players, the player character, rather. And he's also gained psychic powers from over warp exposure, and now he can't be around his own daughter without getting migraines, which is kind of a tragedy. But let's see. Lobotomized server, yes. Ooh, interesting. Good to know. At the head of the ship's crew sits the navigator, strange beat of Psyker, who expertly guides the vessels through the Immaterium, following the psychic beacon of the Astronomicon. Those voidborn raised in the service of the Imperial Navy or among the crew of a rogue trader know firsthand the horrors of space and the sheer multitude of the Emperor's enemies. The knowledge often forces ship's crews to form insular cliques, too afraid to look up from their duties or mini-societies for fear of what might stare back at them from the void. Worst of all are the black ships of the Inquisition. These vessels are part of a large fleet traveling the Immaterium in a huge circuit, visiting each Imperial world on their route every 100 years or so. Their mission is to collect the psychic levy from each world, hundreds of psychers rounded up and handed over to the authorities for some unknown fate. Only when the vast holds of these ships are full of psychers do they return to Holy Terra. Some may display the strength and potential to serve the Imperium. Others, however, most are sacrificed to the God Emperor, their gruesome deaths ensuring the survival of the Imperium. Life aboard these vessels is particularly harsh, for the psychers themselves are packed into holding cells, treated little better than cattle. That sounds really cool, actually. You've called the interior of a hulking vessel or space station home all your life. Now you've been thrust into the company of others, people completely unlike you, and the culture shock is akin to plunging headfirst into freezing water. You feel awkward in the company of anyone who is not voidborn. Your lack of social skills, unusual appearance, nervous disposition, and inability to carouse like your comrades combine to make you feel like a loner, a fish out of water. You only come into your own when your expertise is required. Unlike the rest of them, you are at ease around psychic phenomena, warp anomalies, and spacecraft, and as such your kind make the best adepts in Imperial Psychers. As long as the common man stands in awe of you, he'll leave you alone, and that's just how you like it. All Voidborn can speak a language unique to their home vessel. Voidborn gain the speak language ship's dialect skill. Okay, that's the first thing we got. Let's actually, we have our tech priest here. Let's see. Okay, let's put skills. Language, ship's dialect. Dialect, and that's an int skill. Put him there. Let's see. Oh, yes, we should. Weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength. I'm gonna... Ballistic skill. That way you have all of the stats in the same order. I mean... I mean, there probably is, maybe not like a full-on dialect, but they probably have, say, especially like in a submarine, where you're at, yeah, well, it's just a extension of slang. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of exacerbated by the fact that instead of going for, like, the submarines, U.S. Navy submarines, for example, go for months on patrol, right? But the void ships often go for much longer. Like, that's the closest they have, and, you know, they go for longer, and they get leave more often. So, or leave less often. Crews on starships get leave less often. So, between that and not really having a homeworld to connect to, like, connection with any homeworld they might have is tenuous at best. Whereas naval ships, well, okay, not submarines, but on most Navy ships, you can get at least some connection to the outside world. And if you have leave, you can call your, girlfriend back home or whatever. They don't have that. They have the entire support crew and families living on board. So you're born there, so it's kind of it's just an extent, like, it makes sense that they would, though. It's like an extent, not an extension of that. It's the natural consequence of upscaling of that same distinction, if that makes sense. Let's see. Strength, toughness, agility, intelligence. Agility, intelligence, and perception, fellowship. Willpower, fellowship. Perception, willpower, fellowship. Fellowship. It would be kind of an interesting thought, though, to have, like, that, but I don't think it would develop if you aren't stuck on the ship for years. Let's see. Skills. What do we got? Voidborn skills. Traits. And then also traits. So skills and then traits. Traits. Charmed. Okay, hang on. A Voidborn unconsciously channel the figure. Okay. That's cool. I think it. Hang on. Let's see. I think that's the one where. Now I have to wait for the thing. Voidborn unconsciously channel the fickle power of the warp, making them preternaturally lucky. Whenever you spend a fate point, roll a d10. On a roll of a natural 9, you do not lose the fate point. Okay. Okay, got that. And what else? Ill-omened. Minus 10 fellowship penalty on all fellowship tests made to interact with non-voidborn humans. Ill-omened. Got that. Let's see. Shipwise. Navigation are basic skills. Navigation stellar and pilot spacecraft. Okay, so navigation stellar. Let me go to skills. Here we go. Navigation stellar. Maybe we can, like, go basic. Yeah, let's do that. And then, pilot, spacecraft. Which is agility. Agility. Get those. Then, void accustomed. Immune to space. Ooh. Void accustomed. No. Void accustomed. Immune to space travel sickness. And 0G doesn't count as difficult terrain, I think is the other one. 0G is not difficult terrain. Okay, so we got that. That's void accustomed. All right, now we go save. Let's see. We got charm, traits. Okay. Generate character. Okay, so we got... What if we did... Let me look and see... There was a, whole thing. I don't know where it might be. We have to look up. Feral World, Random Home World. Alright. Okay, probably in the stage 5 somewhere. Ooh, now that's kind of cool. Yeah, Voidborn Assassin. Yeah, my roommate is using the blender. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, a Voidborn Assassin would be epic, because if you had the Tech Priest... Oh, yeah, and especially if you knew you had a 0G assassin, you could just shut the thing off, and then your opponents are caught flat-footed because they can't handle the 0G, and she's just like boom, 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 boom. That sounds really cool, actually. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Alright, let me Hive Whirl. Okay, wait. We're going down. We're going to generate characteristics, and then we're gonna... Alright, weapons. We're gonna roll... So, Ooh, Gene Stealer Cultists. Dang. Alright, Gene Stealer Cultists aboard an Imperial ship sounds not good. Dang. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna roll randomly. And there should be a table for... Yes. Voidborn is... So we get plus 15 for strength and a plus 25 for willpower, and everything else is 20. So, I think yeah. Yeah, okay. But, there was a way to do it. So, they have this one, and then they have the, what's the other one, which is, giving, it's 2 D10s, right? So let's get that D10, and let's pick this D10. They had an alternate method in the Rogue Trader one, which is point buy, a type of point buy. But I actually gave a completely different one where I had everyone roll up their set of stats. Like, they rolled 2d10s 9 times, and then chose where to put the bonuses. So you could kind of pick and choose based on what your character's strengths and weaknesses are, but it was still random what you got. Yeah, it's a kind of hybrid method. Okay, let's start with weapon skill. We're gonna roll completely randomly because the point of this is to make the most random character possible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here and show off the that one. So we have our little table. Yeah, exactly. So then you kind of do it. If you're going to try to create the most random character possible, though, you roll for your stats in order. I do that for the Pathfinder characters, too, even though it's, normally you would roll the most direct method would be roll your d6s and then apply the stats where you go. I always roll completely in order. And that's led to some interesting characters, like Dendron, who had a level of Druid despite having, like, a 9 Wisdom. It was actually kind of interesting. Alright, let's do it. We're going to roll for weapon skill, so it's a plus 20, and our 2d10. That's a bow. Okay, that's a 6. And a 7. Okay. 6 and a 7. So, 6 plus 6 is 12, that's 13, plus 20 is 33. Okay, not bad. Weapon skill, 33, not bad. Alright, ballistic skill. Let's do it. Got a 33 for weapons, so let's see what we got for ballistics. That's a 2 and a 5. It's a 7, that's 27. Okay, little not so great, but So not great with a gun. Strength, we only get a 15, so let's hope we roll high for our Tech Priest. I mean, physical strength isn't the end-all, be-all. Intelligence, well, 9 plus 5 is 14. Plus 15 is 29. Okay. 29 for strength is I mean, considering not bad. It's a little like, ugh, so close. But toughness is, let's see what we get. So that's a 10, and that's a 1. So that's 11. That's probably exactly average, actually. Plus 20 is 31. Exactly average. Okay. Well, average for Imperial Acolyte. Agility. Nope. Not a B. Okay, that's a 2 and a 1. So we're going to go with 23. Okay. That, I'm glad that we did not roll that for something we had. Let's see. Toughness. Intelligence is 20. Okay, let's hope these roll better for intelligence, because we need to... 8 and 3 make 11, which is 11. Okay. Exactly average is 31. Okay. Alright, we can probably up. Okay. Yeah, we'll re-roll that. Alright, yeah, let's see if we can get higher. Come on. Come on. Let me just check. Alright. 5 and a 10. Okay. 15. That's a little better. 15 plus 20 is 35. Okay, that's good. Alright. Perception. 8 and a 1 is 9. So that's 29. Okay. Willpower and fellowship. Because we got decent intelligence, thanks to your reroll. So 8, and that is a 3. That's also an 11. So that's a lot of average, which is not necessarily is 31. Wait a second. One of these is 31. No, it's 36, because been on the ship. Growing up on the ship gives us better willpower, which is, you know, not a bad thing. All right, fellowship. We'll see. Being a people person can help. 3 plus 5, that's 28. Not exactly a people person, but not any kind of, you know, it's not agility like we're super slow. So I think we got decent stats. Okay, so what we got is weapons of 33. So okay-ish. Ballistics 27, not a great shot. Strength 29, like getting there. Toughness 31. So not terrible. Agility being 23, so slow. Yeah, no, slow and clumsy. Intelligence is 35, so smart, at least. Perception is 29, so kind of not so good at noticing. Willpower 36, so definitely can handle some trouble. And then fellowship is 28, so not terrible. You know. Then I think that's pretty good, actually. And we have, let's see. As each warrior dies and is laid upon the mighty altar of battle, we will toll the bell and scratch. With toll of bell and scratch of quill, we shall count his days in death as in life. Dang. All right. Oh, you get 1 reroll of any result. Should you choose to do this, you must keep the new result, even if it's worse than the old one. Well, we already did 1 reroll, which I appreciate you forking over for the perception. So I think we can maybe reroll agility? We have to keep the new one, but so it wouldn't be the way like with intelligence where you could have kept the old one, but you can't get much worse than 23. So especially with the plus 20, so maybe we should risk it for that. 3 and 3 is 6. So 26. Not much better, but still the weakest score. But also not horrifyingly bad. So, let's see. Determine career path, which we did. Now we have to go and see what it gives us. Guardsman. Let's see. Imperial Psyker. Ooh. Yeah, crime pays. Why else do you think I do it? Sorry. I am a child of the Omnissiah, cultist of the machine god. The rites of manifold applications, the liturgies of ignition, and the songs of engine seeing are mine own to know. I speak to the spirits of ancient tech machines, from the warrior heart of a battle tank to the secret wisdom of a cogitator. Vox Servitor Theta on behalf of Cult Mechanicus Adept Manuel. Tech priests are the guardians of machine spirits and the preservers of traditions of tech. They tend to incredibly arcane machines and learn many mysteries, such as the rites of ignition and the art of maintenance. As they learn of the ancient sciences, they seek out lost technology and also replace their frail flesh with gleaming steel or chattering circuitry. Speak language, low Gothic. Okay. Tech use, int. Okay, let's start writing these down. Oh, right. I have to show this. Here we go. So we got speak language, low Gothic. Let's put that under skills. Speak language, low Gothic. Low Gothic. Which I think it will also add, besides, it will give us tech use, int. Literacy, int. Okay, tech use. Intelligence, literacy. Intelligence, and, okay. Let's, metal staff. Bonking stick. Las pistol and a charge pack. Eli's carbine. Oh, we have some guns. Okay. Flak vest, glow lamp, data slate. Mechanic robes, investments. Secular operator unit, Lastimosa. Oh. Dang. L110023-1. Let's see. Secret tongue, tech. Let's put that under speak language. I feel like that's probably a quote from somewhere. I do not recognize where that's a quote from. I will tell you. I probably should, but let's see. Trade scrimshaw or trade copyist. Let's go with trade copyist, which is int. Let's see. Okay. Then. Oh, hey, yes, no, I'm back. Did I get screwed up? Sorry. I don't think my internet went kaput, but I don't know for sure because I actually wasn't paying attention to the internet on my end. So it might have very well gone. Yeah. No, I was gonna say I don't know what the quote is from, but it sounds cool, whatever it is. No, I'm good now. All right. Careful. Do not spill Miwadi on your keyboard. That is a uncouth thing to do. There, that's a little better. There we go. Try to dry off the keyboard a little bit so it doesn't get too bad. Tech Priest NPC. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, that is pretty cool. Technographer. Okay. Oh, and the Mechanicus implants. Yes. Very. But, you know, in a fun way. Okay, melee weapon training primitive. Let's see. Skills, talents, traits. Okay. Melee weapon training primitive. So glad I chose Ambit. Okay. I got to play on Saturday my first session as a player in a Dark Heresy game. And I was playing Scum. And, fun story, I chose either ambidextrous or unremarkable as the talents, and I chose ambidextrous. And then I actually, in our first, our first day on this big city, on this planet, our tech priest failed his check to find shelter, basically, and we got into a fight with a bunch of thugs, and I had to shoot one of them with one hand while stabbing with the other, and I was really glad I had ambidextrous, because, you know, it lets you do cool stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Sorry, it just reminded me it's on the other side. If you look here, let me skip it up a little. Tech Priest and Scum are right across from each other, and I just noticed that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing that happened during the game of Dark Heresy, which is pretty cool. Okay, wait. Basic weapon training for Laz. Pistol training Laz. Okay, so we got basic weapon training Laz. Pistol weapon. Laz. Okay, so I know a little bit about a Laz gun. That's a good start. Electrographed use. Okay, that is also very useful. Electrograph. Okay, so we got electrographed use as a talent, which is good. There we go. Okay. Then we go, all right. And then the Mechanicus implants, which we have, we should, probably go over, write down what we have in terms of, the implants. Yeah, exactly. Scum are like a little bit of everything. Exactly, that's the idea. It's kind of like a barter rogue, where it's that rogue even actually is. It's the same theory as rogue, in that it's a skill monkey. You are a little bit of everything. You're the one that happens to know what you need to know in any given situation, or at least can fake it till you make it. Yeah, I'm actually playing Scum in, like I said, I was playing, in our first Rogue Trader game where not Rogue Trader, we're doing Dark Heresy, where we're stuck fighting, which we actually is different because we actually have to count the bullets, because we only have so many, and Scum don't get a lot of money, so I don't have a lot of bullets, which is not good because we're fighting, we're already starting to shoot people because we're fighting in a frickin', and one of them has an auto gun, so you gotta shoot back, We'll see how it goes. Maybe they have bullets we can steal. I mean, if it's an auto gun, maybe our bullets are compatible and I can steal our bullets, because I'm hoping that's how we play this, because I could use more. Or we could buy bullets, maybe. I mean, it's a fairly civilized world. Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, like, I mean, I guess I could have gotten more bullets, but I was like, no, I didn't, and I probably should have. Now that I think on it, I probably could have gotten more bullets to start out, and I didn't, so that was on me. But now I have limited bullets, so we're not in such a good place. But, we're managing. Yeah, true. It might be, like, when we play Rogue Trader, I'm like, whatever with the ammo, but that's because these guys are incredibly wealthy and always have money for everything, including ammo. For this, I mean, it's also his first time DMing, I think Dark Heresy, the first time running the Dark Heresy game, and because I was running the Rogue Trader, and he's like, hey, well, why don't you take a break from being GM, and I'll take over for a little bit and run a Dark Heresy one-shot. I'm like, okay, or two-shot, or however long this little investigation's going to take, we should see. Well, it's however long it takes to find the heretics, basically. Or whoever's killing those guys, which, it might be an inter-family thing, because he signed his stuff over to a distant niece right before he died, so maybe it's although he wasn't the only one killed, so it's a greater conspiracy going on. We'll see. We need to do some actual investigating, and we have a contact, and we're going from there. But, it's exciting stuff. Oh, right. But we're focusing on a different set of Dark Heresy characters, including a tech priest, whose name we still don't know, who has all of this. Right. Electrographed. Okay, then we have to do the implants. I'm gonna... Let's see. Alright, starting gear. Let's start with gear, and then we'll put down the gear. This is how we're gonna do this. Ready? Gear goes last, right? Yes, okay. Traits. Throwing up, yeah, talents, traits. Okay, yeah. Skills, talents... so far, Tech Priest, did we not put down any of the traits? Talents, gear, oh, traits, right. Hang on, nope. I knew we had traits, okay. Then gear under traits, yep, okay. Boom, okay, yep. Gear, and then we go to here, and... let's see. There's the list of the implants. I'm gonna do the implants after we figure out a little more about the backstory, and, like, the reason being, while each of those is a thing, like, exactly how they look is, like, when we typed up, what was it? We began to type up for the Tech Priest, it was a matter of, each one is customized, like, what kind of potentiate coil, what does the respirator look like? Like, if half your face has been replaced by a thing, you probably stylize it, right? Like, I don't know, you might put rhinestones, or I don't know if you put rhinestones on your, I mean, why not, right? But depends on your vibe. But my point is, it would be stylized to look like you want it to look. It would be a fashion statement. It would be a where you were when you got them. It would be a standard issue for whatever planet you're from or what you had on your ship. It's a whole... And if you were born on a naval vessel versus a pilgrimage ship, what kind of implants you get would be very different. So it makes sense that you to hold off on that just yet until we know more of the specifics. But gear, we have metal staff. Okay, so we got a metal staff, bonking stick. And that was from my one chance at being a player in a Rogue Trader game where I played a navigator. Let's see, metal staff. We have las pistol and 1 charge pack. I think we have a las pistol and 1 charge pack. Let's see. A knife, a las carbine and 1 charge pack. Ooh, okay, we got a las pistol, 1 charge pack, las carbine. Hang on, no, we should... I don't know if the charge packs are interchangeable. Probably not. So we should... 1 charge pack. Las pistol, 1 charge pack. Las carbine, 1 charge pack. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Knife, flak vest. Okay. Knife, flak vest. Ooh, something smells delicious. Okay, sorry. Glow lamp, a data slate. Okay, we got some fun stuff. Data slate. Glow lamp and a data slate. Ooh, we have extra spare parts. Those are always useful. I wonder if they're spare parts for us or spare parts for... Well, I suppose they're probably interchangeable. That's a thought, isn't it? If you have cybernetics of any sort, then you might need spare parts for it. But the spare parts would be the same spare parts that the ship might use, which means that if you have an extra, say, battery cell, and the battery, for your, ocular implants is running low, you can use that. But then if you need the battery later for your ship, it's well, I used it for my ocular implants. Or you need the battery for your ship, but then you don't have a backup if your ocular implant battery runs out and it's, it's stuck on low power mode running on bioelectricity, which means you can't see as well. Like, that's a thing that might happen if you don't have... Dang, that's a thought. That is an interesting thought that I had never considered. But I guess it makes sense. Let's see. Mechanicus robes and vestments. Okay. We have good quality clothing. The question is, do you wear your flak vest over your robes or under your robes? I guess it's a personal preference thing. Or I wonder if the Mechanicus has a rule. Like, you always wear your flak vest under your robes to show the full vestment, or you always wear it over your robes so you can take it off to perform rites. Like, I wonder if you... that's an interesting question, isn't it? Vial of sacred machine oil. Okay, we have sacred oil. Good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Vial of sacred machine oil. I wonder if the Tech Priest Mechanicus implants require sacred oil. And how often? It's an important thing. And let's see. Vial of sacred machine oil and that's an interesting question. Does it make taking a bath hard? Because you really can't, like, prosthetics, depending on the prosthetics, you can't bathe with them on. Which is, if it's a prosthetic you can remove, that's fine. If it's not, Do you have to, like, is it like you have a cast where you have to, like, wrap it in plastic to keep it from getting wet? Is that a thing? Or do you just go for sponge baths and hope it's enough? You know what I mean? Like, that's an... Yeah, because you really don't want to get your potential coil wet. Like, I would imagine, unless it's been waterproofed, which it might make sense if you're on a planet where it rains, although I don't think the Mechanicus thinks of that, because it's... I don't know how functional they are on lower tech worlds where weather is actually a thing you have to think about. That's a whole thing, though. Like, if you push your frickin', a Warforged or a Mechanicus tech priest into water, do you fry the potential coil? Can you kill a tech priest just by shoving them into an ocean? Like, that's a thing. And then if you have a water-faring vessel of any great technological complexity and you need to bring a tech priest in, they're putting themselves at a huge amount of risk because they could drown. Although a lot of sailors in the early days of sail did not know how to swim, which is so stupid. But it's probably the same theory, right? Except it's worse because you can't even, like, flounder. You're just dead because your potential coil fries and your brain goes kaput. You know? That's just things you think about, you know? Space. Okay. Oh, we also have 1d10. Alright, we have to roll a d10. I'm gonna use the pretty sparkly one. Don't fail me now. Actually, no. This is important, so we're gonna roll this d10, because it won me initiative in Castles and Crusades, where it's a d10 initiative. It won me initiative for 4 times in a row, so 8. This is why you use this one for when you need to go high. 8 spare parts. Okay. Boom. It's 1 o'clock. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna push the stream until 1:30, I think. What was the plan? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, first, hit save, because that's cool. Then we go and we need a name. Let's see. We're going to roll a roll for gender and sexuality, roll for size, and then we'll roll more of the... Okay, let's go to the fleshing out section, because I think that's where all those tables are. Well, not the gender and sexuality. That one is my table. Oh, fate points. Yes, we should roll for fate points also. Also a d10. I'm also rolling this one again, because it's been good to us. 7, which is 3 fate points, because Voidborn. Okay, so fate points go here. 3 fate points. Let's see. Save. Oh, yeah, here, let me... Bop, so you can see it. The 3 fate points. Now, let me just check the formatting. Okay. Oh, right. Nope, hang on. 7 wounds and 3 fate... Okay, yeah. 3 fate points. Wounds and fate points go after XP. Okay, so they go... Hang on. Under XP, but between... Alright, so... Under XP, but between... Yeah. So... Wounds and 3 fate points. And then we put... Oh, yeah, we put the traits in. Okay, yeah. Yep. Alright. Alright, so how many wounds do we have is chosen by... Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's fun. Oh, movement, also. 4 speeds. Half move, full move. Right, we should put that down, too. Agility bonus of 2, so we're slow. Okay. Yeah, no, I know. That's what sparked me to do a lot of the, frickin', for Broncolonia to the, what was the one? Yeah, almost all of the stuff I ended up doing, like, for Broncolonia or Tales of Arcana and stuff like that, is just, oh, here's this thing that I kickstarted a gajillion years ago, and it came to fruition, and now I have a copy of it. I should, like, do something with that. So that's why I run streams on those. And now we run a stream every Sunday on Arcana because it's actually really cool. Wounds and... Oh, yes. Movement. Where do we put the movement? Right. Okay, I'm an idiot. Wounds and 3... Okay, so 7 wounds and 3... Okay, goes under Voidborn. Okay, hang on. I need to go to back down. Okay. Wounds and 3 fate points. Right, okay. Yeah. Exactly. It's like a cool little thing. That's why I go back every once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. I go back to my backer kit, or go back through backer kit or all different ones, and you're just like, oh yeah, I have that I have. I'm entitled to this. I forgot about that. And you just go back and get copies, and you're just like, oh, okay, let's see what this is. Fun stuff. Although, I think we need to do another Brancalonia charge. Although, I still owe you the Saturday stream for shenanigans. Sorry, yes, so, okay, so we got, no, Asian Stellar, okay, yeah, so, 3 fate points. We need to roll, okay, here's where we need to go back here. Spend experience points, buy equipment, wounds. Alright, right, so we go wounds, then movement. Wounds are, and it's not based on toughness bonus. Okay, so it's a D5 plus 6. Okay. Fair. Okay. I mean, I don't mind. I like fun Saturday streams, even if they are run the entire stream in a language you don't actually speak. So that's fun. But yeah. We're, yeah, no, if you get enough points and you wanna, I think it's only 10, is it a full 20,000 or is it only 10,000? Vibe points, reroll, choice of stat, no, it is 20,000, wow. Okay, right. So yeah, that is, yeah. Go for it. I am not, that's just one bonus, right? You just have to wait, like, a few minutes until you get a bonus. And you get the 50-point bonus, and then you're, like, golden. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Maybe hold off on redeeming it until I actually do the one Saturday stream I still owe you. And then we can, then that'll give you time to think about what you want for the next Saturday stream. Because if you get, I could do one, I could do excitement, adventure, I don't know what we could do. Procurement of supplements, all sorts of fun things. Yeah, the Saturday streams can be quite fun. Boom, boom. Oh yes, wounds. Right. So we have wounds. We have a D5 plus 6. So I'm gonna roll the trusty. No, I'm gonna actually roll the D5. This one is good to me, and I will keep it here and here. But I think it's from a Bugbear Bubble soap. They're not a sponsor for me yet, but they, I say yet, I probably won't be. But they basically make this kind of soap, here, like this, where it has the fun, dice inside, and then you wash, and then you get dice bit by bit. I'm saving this one, though. Actually, though, this might be my only, I might need to order more. I'm saving that one because it is Folk Hero scent, and they part of COVID was that they lost the supply chain for the particular scented oil they use for it, and it smells really good, and they can't make it anymore. So now it's just that is like one of the few ones left in existence right now because yeah, this is one of the few ones ever left in existence that I have, and I'm not going to use it just yet. But, I had 2, and then I gave one to a friend of mine for a birthday present. Oh, right, but we're rolling... Here. There we go. This. Gelatinous cube. Soap. With dice in it. Here. I'll move. And then it has the stats written on the back. Wash. Whenever the cube enters a creature's space, the creature is engulfed in a thick layer of bubbles. Target creature is now clean. Clean targets have advantage on all charisma checks against those within smelling distance. Let's see. And then, yeah, it has the stats, like a proper stat block. Charisma 20, armor class 1 full set of polyhedral dice, hit points 310 grams, speed slippery. It's 3 dex, 20 con, -1 int, 6 wisdom. Let's see. Oh, it's got 60 feet of scrub vision, speaks Babylonian, and it's challenge rating of 2. So it's like a whole, like they have a whole stat. Banish. As a free scrubbing action, the cube can send all dungeon grime and odors within range to another plane of existence. Restore. All creatures that come into contact with this cube are imbued with purifying energy. The target's vitality is restored and exhaustion levels reduced. And then they have actions wash. But it's like this whole, it's got a whole... Yeah, I know. But I'm going to order more. I can get a couple cubes of the lime scented, which is still nice. Or good berry scent, depending on mood. Or some of the unscented, depending on, I don't like the unscented. I like the scents. But they have lime and good berry. And then they have some fun D20 shaped soaps that have really nice scents on them. And then they have the cinnamon scented ones that are like round that have D6s in them. So, that are fireball. It's pretty cool. And they're not even sponsoring me. They're just really cool. And... and this this lucky D10 came from the cube of soap that I was, and I think the last time we got some from that, okay. All right, wait, have to roll wounds. Right. I'm not doing soap commercials. I'm rolling wounds. 2. Okay, so 2 plus 6 is 8. Hey, that's not bad at all. Voidborn, 8. Okay, we got 8 wounds. Alright, so 8 wounds. 8 wounds, 3 fate points. Okay. Movement speed. Let's see. Movement. Where do we put movement? We put right under the thing. So, okay, we put right under our fellowship. So, movement. Okay, we got 26. So, half move is 2 meters. Half movement is... Okay, let's look at this. Half move is 2 meters. 2 meters. Half move is 2 meters. Okay, so half move is 2 meters. So that's 2... that's true. Okay, so half move, 2 meters. Full move is 4 meters? Yep, 4 meters. Charge is 6 meters. Is 4 meters. Nope. Charge is 6 meters. And a run full-on sprinting is 12 meters per, 12 meters per round is the fastest I can possibly go. Okay, yes, and run is 12 meters. 12 meters. I can go, Lillian can go 18 meters per round because she's faster. Okay, so we got those. Let's see, movement, wounds, fate points, what else we got? Yes, budget. All acolytes, thrones. Okay, monthly income. Cleric, guardsman, tech priest is 150 plus a D10. Alright, it's a little spare. We're gonna go back to the lucky D10. This is this one. We're going back to this one. Ready? that is a 5. So 155 per month. Okay. Not wealthy, but 155 per month is... bio income. Movement right under income is 155 per month. Income. Per month / 400 XP. Yeah, it's so it's once every month or once every 400 XP, depending on your theory. Is it 1 month in game? So okay, so ooh, let's see something. Tech priest, technical knock. Oh, quick play characters. What do you get with the experience? Okay, so toughness. Ooh, I can get +5 for 100 gold. 100. Okay, so 400 XP, career paths. All right, so let's. Oh yeah, we're gonna roll for build and age. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is roll for. Let me bring it up. Find the chart. We're rolling on chart 1, which is here. Let's take this down half a sec. Okay, first thing we do is roll this chart. We're gonna get the we're gonna use the D12 from this set, actually, the rainbow one, and then we're gonna do D100. We'll use the Cozy Gamer D100s. All right, ready? We have D10 percentiles, D12. Okay, are we ready? We're rolling this. This is the thing. This is gonna roll. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those dice rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Roll high. Okay, that's a 5 and a 7. Okay. Okay, rolling, it's a fun chart, okay? And even if you end up with a straight guy like we did, because, yeah, we ended up with just a basic straight guy. 05. Very up on the end of straight. But that's okay. Because, you know, straight guys are chill. So let's go with, let's see. Now he needs a name. Okay, so he needs a name. Straight guy, he needs a name. Let's see. Straight guy, name for straight guy. This is straight. Okay, yeah. Man, name. What's a good name for him? We could. Okay, so there might be a name chart. Hang on. I think I have a chart for that. Also, let me see. Straight. You know, maybe. Hang on. Let me find the chart. Okay, right. We have to, let's, you know what we can do is just unlock, we can just move that. I can just bring it over here. Yeah, let's put it over here for now. Example from name. This is from the Rogue Trader chart. Alright, so we got a last name. You know what? I will allow for that for the last name. But let's roll for a first name. Probably, High, because Tech Priest. And we have this one. Roll well. Roll well. Oh. Okay. Roll well. 78. Okay, 78 for High is Tristan. Okay, Tristan Strigai. Okay, Tristan. You know what? That's a decent name altogether. Let's do it. Tristan. Okay, hang on. All right, let me put this down real quick. Okay, wait. First, do that again. Do this again. Find the one. This. Then we put his name on this thing. Tristan. Okay, wait. Tristan, where are you? Goontoos. Tristan. Okay. So, Tristan Okay. And now we go with, do we put the bio under or with bio under the wounds? Okay, so we put bio under wounds. Born. Okay, well, you know. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, let's put let's figure out the let's roll for I'm sorry. I'm alive. Not dead yet. Okay. Appearance. Okay. Let's see. Voidborn. Okay. Just how tall and skinny is he? 42. Hey! 42. Life, the universe, and everything. Let's see. 42 would be, on this chart, for a Voidborn, 42 would be 21 through 50. Stunted. 1.65 meters, 55 kilometers. Okay, so it's 1.65 meters, 55 kilometers. So 1.65, and then we'll convert. And how many kilometers? 55 kilograms. Kilograms, not kilometers. Kilograms. I'm not. All right. So let me find 1.65. Oh, okay. Oh, there's new streaming. Okay, so let me try something. 1.65 meters in feet is 5.41. So, 0.41, hang on, 413. Let's see, 413. So 0.1413 times, 0.413 times 12 is 4.9. So, okay, so 4.9 inches. So 5 foot, 4.9 inches. So 5 feet 5 inches. So it's 5 feet 5 inches. 5 foot 5 and 55 kilograms is boom, 55 kilograms in imperial. Let's do the conversions real quick. 55 kilograms in ounces. Yeah, in ounces. Let's just go in ounces. In ounces. And then is 1,000 1,000, okay, so is 1,940 1,940.07 ounces divided by 6 divided by okay, that's divided by 16 is 121. So hang on, 121 is 121. So hang on. We're going to have to do some tricky math. So this is 121 pounds. And we're going to get this. We're going to do this mathematically. So we're going to do something really crazy. So okay, so 121, right? So 1940.07. So 121. So let's write down the 121 here. 121 pounds. And then we're going to figure out a remainder with, we're going to do, it's a little tricky mathematically, but what we're going to do is 16 times 121, so is 16 times 121, 16 times 121 is how many ounces? Ready? Is 1,936. So 36 minus 40.07 is 4.07. So 4 ounces. Okay. And 4 ounces. You know what? Yes, that's a little obsessive in the math department. But I was... Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I did a little obsessive mathematics, but now we have a whole weight system figured out, so that's cool. Then we hit save, because you always save your work. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere. Okay, so... let's see. Size, and we put... how many years old? Okay, years old. Years. Okay, now we need age, which is a different table. So let me pull the table up. The age, which is the next one down. Old. Ooh. Past. Ooh. Handedness. Okay, so Voidborn. This is D100 again. You ready? We're rolling for this again. Okay, so it's 3. Okay, youth. So that's 15 plus D10. Okay, let's. So he's a youngling. All right. 1. Okay, so so 16. He's a kid. This is a kid. All right, so we're gonna go right down 16 years old. He might still do a bit of growing, honestly. Yeah, he's young. Okay, he's young. Okay. All right, he's youthful. Okay, he's young. He's a kid. Okay. Sorry, the age categories. Okay, he's 16. All right, he is. He's young. It's the lowest. I think it's the first time I've ever gotten a 1 on this D10. All right, 16. Yeah, so he's still figuring himself out. He's trying to impress girls, but he doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, so there's that. Then we go the past. Quirks. Oh. Tribal hive class. Superstitions. Yeah. Void ship tradition. Where you came from. Okay. So, Imperial world of birth planet, but we're doing, exactly. Let's see. What kind of space station is he from? Okay. You ready? Are we ready? Ooh. Oh, wow. Grew up. He might have grown up from a rogue trader. If he grew up with a rogue trader, we should put him on the that could be, we could do a crossover. Okay, but first we have to figure out where he grew up. What station? Kind of ship. 20. All right, that's at the very top. A space Hulk. Oh, wow. Okay, he was born. Okay. This is interesting. We have some interesting Space Hulk. Okay, we can work with this. He was born aboard a Space Hulk, and it has a name, and we're gonna make this happen. Okay, he was born aboard a Space Hulk. This is fun. We can work with this. Tristan was Strega was born aboard a Space Hulk. Okay. That means he has parents who... Okay, hang on, because he's young. Oh, we can have some fun with this. Sorry, because I was thinking if there's a whole straight guy family, statistically, not all of them can be straight guys. And sorry. But this is exciting. Come on, it's a Space Hulk, you know? We can, like, work with this. And we okay. Born and raised an exploratory vessel that went that was badly damaged and spent I'm sorry. I'm okay. Warp storm and limped for decades. After being real for decades. Oh. Of course. To the other. Thrown to the other side of... Okay. Yes. No. The other side of the Imperium. Decades. In warp, limping along its port of origin. It's Forge World. Yes. Yeah. Basically nothing but questionable repairs because they were gonna the crew, generations of them, intended to get back to the port, and yes, that took decades, but of going through the, it just took ages, like years, and then they spent decades and weeks out of on like slapdash repairs that they really couldn't afford to barely limp along all the way to this Forge World that was their Forge World of Origin, so they could get a proper report and proper repair. And it, that Cassette. The ship is called Cassette. After an ancient tech. Yes, the ship is called the Cassette. The Cassette. All right. Yeah. And They made it back. Several generations later, just he'd finished his, been properly anointed as a servant, as a full servant, the Omnissiah. So, okay, I know that's not how you spell Omnissiah, but point being, so he ended up working for this Inquisitor because that's what you do. What else are you gonna do when you've been, your whole life on this ship and now you're back? Snagged up by the Inquisitor and trained up and gone. And okay, let's see what kind we can do XP for. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, hang on. Sorry. Craft, and we could actually do, we could do that later. Hang on, let me, Mechanicus implants. Okay, so hang on, let's go to, let's see our first advances. What's our options for advances? We have 400 experience points, right? So we could get willpower, intelligence. Okay, so we should do intelligence and willpower, and then technical knock. So, binary chatter. Okay. Okay. Pilot civilian craft. Okay. That is, okay, common lore machine cult. We need that. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Common lore machine cult. Yeah, we'll go common lore machine cult, and binary chatter. Those are two good ones, right? Pilot civilian craft. Okay. Binary chatter and evaluate. Let's see. Common lore machine cult. So we'll go with that. And oh, sorry, I can show you the. Yeah, we'll go with common lore machine cult. So let's do this. Common lore machine cult. And then I think that would be the end of the stream because let's see. Yeah, and then we have, so speak. Okay. Common lore machine cult. And yeah, because basic knowledge of how Mechanicus works is binary chatter is a talent. Okay, so we're gonna put that under talent. Yeah, okay. Binary chatter. I think we could just, any character who ends up as ace, we could just give them Chemgeld as a freebie, because I feel like that's makes sense in practicality terms. It means you're immune to seduction, basically, which if you're ace, you kind of are naturally immune. So I think that would be what you would do with that. But yeah, let's see. And then +5 to willpower and intelligence. Okay. So we'll go 400 out of 400. We've got a plus. We're going to go, okay. So +5 to willpower. That's 41. And intelligence is 40. Okay, we are smart and we are clever. Like, we are smart and we can resist things, which is good because we can't notice anything. So this is good. We have our Tristan, and we got Liliana and Tristan, and I think between them they ain't quite the team. And then we'll come up with more. But I think that's our stream for today. I should mention our actual sponsor, or at least which is Relentless Rebels. They make cool jewelry. There's the and the secret code that gets you 20% off. Don't take the here. Yeah, you have to take, you don't put the little asterisk at the end. Yeah. So it's that, and Hawk20 is your secret code that gives you 20% off, which is always a nice little boon. So, you know, and we've tested it works. So let's do that. And then we have, what else do we have? We have Relentless Rebels. We have our code. We have what else? Cool stuff. Thank you for watching. Oh, my Discord. If you ever want to hang out in the Discord and do some, and I guarantee you at the very least memes. Ooh, someone already other people posted fun memes too. Oh, cool. Wow. That is pretty cool, actually. Yeah. So, oh yes. So if anyone here is not already on the Discord, which is, probably most of you are, because we have 3 of you here, and I think Brunhild and Grave are here, so, but if any of you are not on the Discord and want to be, come on in. We're very chill. I'm working on improving it, and I can't guarantee that there'll be very much chatter and stuff going on. Our things tend to be sporadic, but we do occasionally, I do guarantee at least fun memes. And yeah. So we had a good stream today, and I thank you all very much for coming. I think Mike Disney is on, who's a very good friend of the show's, and always plays the most epic music and streams art. So we're gonna go for that one in terms of art streams, because that's who's usually on right at this time of day. So we'll go to he's painting something cool. Always has great music. Friend of the show's, and you know, doesn't have a lot of people on. So everyone say hi. We're going in. We're gonna have a good time. Thank you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow late night, Thursday, later in the week maybe. All right, let's do it.